And Jim's there.
You can watch that.
There you go.
Jim probably heard all of your tirade.
I don't care.
I hear no. I hear you.
I sat in meetings where he threatened me. I'm like, really?
Oh, come on.
No, seriously. First thing he said is, I can close the swap shop anytime I want. And I went, oh, nice talking to you.
All right, let's go. Hi, Jim. We're gonna start now. Are you
Hello, hello.
Good? You ready?
He's got his seat.
All right.
Can you hear?
Yes.
You can hear us. Okay.
Excellent.
The owl is working. Let's see. This meeting will be video recorded and broadcast over local access channel 8 and through the town website at www.eastham-ma.gov. Okay. Welcome. I'm Gwyneth.
I'm Tina.
Hi, Tina.
Um,
Thanks for coming.
I'm interested in volunteering to do something.
Great.
Jonathan.
I,
Jim?
Jonathan does a lot of work with the swap shop.
I've probably given him a bunch of stuff.
So,
And Andrew is
was this
over here.
or more?
No, it's her monthly
Jim is in New York.
sheet, isn't it?
Hold-
No, it's just a flyer to.
one second. I'll go through the, not everyone's, I printed out a bunch for John.
Jim, did you ever see an
But I'll
email
get
from
to
me?
it.
I don't think I did.
I will send it to you again. I was asking some legal advice and it must have hit your spam filter.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, sure. I'll look for it in my spam box, but
Okay.
I'll look for it in my regular mail too.
Okay.
December, did I give him December?
What's that?
Do you have the December minutes?
Do I have the December minutes? I do not. I go, hold on, there's a back.
Oh, you know what? This is the December ones. I just didn't change the
Okay.
copy there.
Mhm.
We can there you come to, why you guys need to read them for me.
No, I heard them. I thought they were.
So at the last meeting, I think we didn't pass the November ones because you hadn't been at the meeting, so I didn't want you voting on it.
Yeah.
I think. So now we've got the November and December minutes, other than the change that I will make when I get home to the month name. Was there anything else on the minutes? I sent them out after the meeting, so. And then I sent them out in the email.
The
this
December one?
last one.
We can go to both.
But we can
The
vote on
summary of goals. There's that on there, but that was on both of them.
Yeah. You want me to remove it? Is that what you're asking?
No.
Oh. It was just, this is just to pass the minutes. Do they, I think they're okay? Did we remove anything? Or do you find any ones like that? No? All right. So I think by consensus, we're good on the November, December
Okay.
minutes. Thank you, Jim.
Approved.
Perfect. Okay, then next, let's talk about Swap Shop, I guess. So this volunteer flyer that I handed, the main goal is to put it at the transfer station. But if you have other places that you would put it, let me know. I will go to Staples and get a handful. Can we pass one to Tina?
She has mine.
Well, at the very least,
Where would it catch your eye?
Well, if I'm dropping off at the swap shop, nowhere, because it's like, come here.
it's madness, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Even inside is kind of crazy,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
maybe
but we have no space. That's why.
to put something. But I did find myself looking at there are some signs on the building itself. Some things that are for donation to pick
Yeah.
up too, so maybe outside somewhere.
So, and then maybe like a laminated one that you can put up and take down as long as the weather's good enough.
Sure.
Like with just a thumbtack and a
Yeah.
shingle thing.
Also, the space we have over by the recycling area is just that amorphous artwork, which
I know, I know.
at the very least we could put this in.
Well, it at one point it was well done, but it's
Yes.
separate.
Yeah,
from-
that was, I mean, Lee did a great job on it and I dropped the ball, so. I've got stuff printed to put on it. I just haven't stopped by the booth and gotten my key to update. Do you know that board by the recycling center?
I'm sort of thinking, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so if you're at the recycling area where there's like the glass drop off.
I think it's between the glass and what's the next over, paper?
Newspaper.
Okay.
There's a,
Newspaper. Yeah.
There's a sign that's got some
About
plexiglass
this
on
big.
it.
Right now it has
Yeah.
word salad on it.
Okay,
Yeah, and it's
then I
very-
have noticed it.
It's
but I
very
haven't read-
faded, it's not eye-catching at all right now,
Yeah.
and so we need to update it, and that's been on my list, and I've got the things and I've got them ready, I just need to,
If you want someone to meet you over there to help you do
I'd
it,
love that.
let me know.
All right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Um. I don't know, but I don't know who that's coming
Did we
from.
ever did someone make a motion
To what?
to approve the?
Yeah, we did that
We
already.
did it,
Yeah.
yeah, we're good, we don't need to vote on them as long as there's no changes, yeah,
Okay. Oh,
consensus,
all right.
consensus on the minutes is fine.
Okay.
At least that's my understanding of reading
Mhm.
Robert's rules. Okay, I'll put you down that you'd help with the sign. All right, but back to this flyer, how many? I don't like to use color ink if I don't have to, so how many color copies would we wanna? I mean, we could have black and whites that people could take home with them.
I know of a place we can put at least one. There's open space has like new boards they're putting up, and some of them have boxes. That's basically for like stuff like people to put public things. We can put one in there. There's
Okay,
all kinds of public things.
so not like a take one, but.
No, it's like it's a closed glass,
I
but we
see.
just need one, and it would be
Where?
obviously color. It's at I think Wiley Park. There's a couple of them around, but
Oh,
Wiley
okay.
Park's the one we just recently did. So we're
Yeah.
looking for things to fill it right now because there was like a bunch of old.
We're in
Basically,
Wiley,
someone
we're in
printed
Wiley Park,
pictures
is it
really
by the
big.
building?
It's
Huh?
over by the playground.
It's over by the
Okay.
playground, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like it's where people would see it because it's like
Right.
a lot of community things and it's a community
Yeah.
thing, so it
Yeah.
seems appropriate to put in there.
I could probably put one up at the post office, they have that board of community
Yeah.
stuff.
Right.
Are
I
they
just
still
moved
putting
here
those
last
ones
week, so
down?
I don't know too many
Oh, that's
places.
But if you start noticing them.
Yeah.
You know,
Kind of a town without a center in
Next
some
to
way,
it.
so it, you know.
So I could just put one up there.
people don't come to town hall unless they have a real reason to come.
It's the only place I go.
And if you want to run for a board, you go to the swap shop and you get all your signatures.
There you go.
All right, so I
Or
will
you get
make,
Moran.
I'll make 10 of these to start,
Color?
yeah,
Yeah, that should be plenty. We
Yeah.
only have so many places.
and then if we come up with other ideas of where they'd be
Mhm.
good. But before I do the color, just make sure that it's
That,
Good.
yes.
check the QR code, like just really, really check it for me. And if you
How
see
does one
anything,
check
let
the
me know.
QR code?
Take a picture of it with your phone, it'll tell you if it's right.
I don't know if people use QR codes, but someone said to use a QR code, so I did. All right, so,
Yeah,
no.
people use.
All right, actually, but we were really gonna be talking about the swap shop, and the volunteer flyer was just part of the swap shop discussion, so. John, did you have anything on swap shop?
No, we are still desperate for storage. I was about to start fundraising to get a container, and then I was told that Jackie's hot to get us a container, and,
Hey, good for her.
well, but she's leaving and I don't see anything happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I would
This is a
look at
nice
that on that.
thought.
I don't know if you saw that.
I think she wants a
Town
bunch of
manager,
Jeeps, but
um,
I've been busting my butt to try to get
Or
it.
is, and then
there and
she was-
she's taking
it's
care
a
of
known
it,
thing,
so,
it's not as a
absolutely.
problem. She said a while ago she was
Yeah.
retiring and had the search out,
Okay.
but the announcement was made a couple days ago, I think.
Yeah, but I tried to formally tell them I was gonna fundraise and
Town administrator, not town manager.
Yeah,
We've changed the title.
Yeah.
So,
oh,
I mean, is it Rich? Is that,
yeah, it's gonna be Rich. His daughter's the one that's already the assistant to Jackie, so.
so, I mean, he's gonna have a lot to deal with. I doubt that
well, let me see if I can get 5 minutes with them when
Okay.
it gets over and see if the town wants to do it, or we should go back to planning.
or should we also maybe ask Kim as well?
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
Kim might be a better option.
Yeah, Kim
Maybe
could have
she becomes the one that's in
Kim is,
charge.
assistant manager of the,
But,
Yeah.
the assistant to the manager.
Well, the Department of Public Works, which encompasses,
That
which
is a name
includes,
I recognize. I
Yeah.
spoke to her a lot.
okay, good.
yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she's
also
doing a lot
doing
of
water
work.
licenses and stuff, so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Fundraising could also be a little more difficult. I don't know if Nelson screen printing is still around.
oh, I'm set up to get donations from a bunch of people, you know.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, if we wanna do the bags, it might be a little, we have to.
No, don't sweat it.
I was working there, but they don't,
Yeah.
they're like basically,
Yeah, let's hold that one off.
which is, anyone knows that when you
Yes.
selling work.
No, I'm just waiting for somebody to let me pull the trigger and then we'll see.
Yeah, if we're gonna, I think that was just left over from last week.
Hmm.
Other committee updates, well, I guess newsletter and communications is next. So we did the volunteer flyer. I need to get with Kayla about getting the website updated, and this is something I say every month, I know. I said I was gonna do it in January, but now with this work meeting, it's gonna be February.
It gets there when it gets there.
I know, but I feel bad. And it sits on my to-do list, and makes me anxious. So, trying to improve our communications with the town, it's hard when, right now, it seems like it's, have to be on-
You can, I can talk about that, because I think that'll change.
you have to be on Facebook sometimes to get some of the information. It doesn't end up on the website, and it's hard to get things out. We have an email list for the recycling committee, but it's got 35 people on it, so we're not getting a good reach.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping that we can get the town to help us get the town, because I don't have access to the town website to update it, help get the town website updated and put out a call for volunteers and a call for people to join our email list. And along with that is this new Turn It Up Eastham podcast that they've got going, and to see if we can get, you don't know the Turn It Up
No,
podcast?
no.
Once again, something they do in the town, they don't tell anyone
They've
about.
got, they'd have 5 episodes out there, and each one is an interview Kayla's doing with someone.
Okay.
It was the Joint Chiefs. It was Bohannon and I always say her name wrong. Albino,
Oh, the captain of the, I mean,
Yeah.
I just Joint Chiefs.
the Joint Chiefs.
I
Okay.
They did one with them,
Yeah.
and there was
What's
one,
it called?
Turn It
That's
Up,
Turn It Up.
Turn It Up. Eastham.
Who's on first? Yeah, sorry.
I think they had an interview with Hillary, I forget what it was about. Some kind of, maybe the pond. Health. Hillary, Board of Health.
Oh, well, the health of the ponds, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what they talked about. I don't know. Oh, she talked about the food that they have, for free at the health department for people to take. They've got a fridge with food. It's like,
This is
yeah,
like,
it's like a food cupboard, but it's in a fridge and it's like packed. Well, some of it's packed, some of it's veggies, fruits and veggies. So it's like a food cupboard, but it's fresh, real fresh food that has to stay.
so it's parallel with the pantry and with the outside box at the Edward Hopper Church.
Edward Hopper Church, that's done.
And where is it?
It's inside the Board of Health.
Which is right by the fire station.
Between.
Fire station and the main building.
So they have a little building, I think, the environment. is
Should-
on it.
Should I tell the pantry to post that? Because
They do on Facebook. But I
Well-
don't know. I mean, that's all I know.
I may tell Joan Lockhart, who runs
But
the pantry,
yeah,
that there's
right.
another. thing.
You mean the, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the one at the Methodist Church,
Yeah,
because,
yeah, absolutely.
yeah, okay.
Sure. I think we have it
She
listed
must know
in,
that.
I think we have it listed in our pantry at Chapel in the Pines.
Yes.
See, this is our frustration with communications. You're hearing me. We're on
I'm
a
like, what?
committee, and there's still things that aren't getting out there. And I really think we need like a monthly newsletter with all, not for our committee, but for
For
the
the
town.
Yeah.
Where they put all of like this kind of stuff in a monthly.
Yeah.
I mean, the weekly is too much work. Kayla wouldn't have time to do that.
No, but a monthly
monthly
wouldn't be
one
terrible.
with some of these kinds of updates, I think with the, like the podcast and some of this other information.
Yep.
And to stereotype myself, do we communicate with the senior center?
Yeah.
And get something on their newsletter? In this-
This committee,
Something about, I don't know if that's where I saw this or.
maybe,
I
maybe.
saw that you needed volunteers.
Well,
Might have been on the newsletter.
Jim had it in the part-time residents newsletter.
I didn't read that.
You didn't read that
Okay.
one.
Now that I'm full-time, I didn't read that.
Welcome. Yeah, I don't know where else
I'm just wondering if a blurb in there,
yeah,
because it's bi-monthly, monthly, I don't know. Just know I went looking for it. to
sure, I
see what
can
could do.
kind of take what I gave to the part-time residents and ask Council on Aging to put something like that in theirs. The newsletter, I was gonna do a newsletter on solid waste for January. But I think we're gonna put that off till February, till after, I meet with Kim about some of the things. And have a better one. I think this one's just gonna be a catch-all. There've been a lot of different announcements from Recycle Smart MA, like you can now put paper cups in paper recycling,
Mhm.
which didn't used to be.
Paper cups that are just paper, or paper cups coated in plastic.
The blurb from the state has some of the exact information, and it says I think it says it has to be either paper or say compostable on it.
Okay,
Right.
I was gonna say, there's a lot of paper
If
cups
it's-
just coated in plastic.
if it's-
Recycle them, that's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I think there was another addition to, but I don't have it in front of me. Some other things, just like little pieces of information like that, and
Mhm.
not make this newsletter a big giant one like the past few have been. So if you have any ideas, if there's anything the swap shop wants to announce, or I'll put the volunteer thing in it again. And I don't know. See, I'll come up with something. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be great. It just has to have some of
You
the,
want an update? Okay. For the, yeah. I'll come up.
and
with
then the February one will be a bigger one about solid waste. And then March, I think, is gonna be about hazardous waste and dangers in the trash. So Orleans their transfer station just sent out a thing, that they found radioactive waste in their trash. And the thought
Not just old smoke detectors?
is that
Yeah.
it came
Well,
from medical waste.
Right.
Like if your animal is getting treatment and you put the waste in the trash.
Oh, chemo, yeah.
Yeah.
And some things like that. And so there's a bunch of guidelines about what you should not put in the trash. There's hidden batteries. Hidden batteries is a big issue. Something you wouldn't think has a battery and you just put it in the trash can,
Right.
that can catch fire.
If it's a lithium ion.
Yeah. Yeah, so that would be the March one. Other hazardous waste things.
By the way, getting rid of lithium ion batteries at our transfer station, you have to know to ask Steve to take them.
And that'll be in
We should
the,
get some signage or something,
okay.
because it's a big black hole.
Yeah, that's.
But especially lithium ion.
I mean,
And
I'm
even
also
normal
taking a lot of
batteries.
these myself, the local, I'm taking them from some places that are taking, like, they have like the little bins.
Right.
I take them out of the vapes.
Yeah.
I reuse them.
That's a good one for there, is vape.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for this
vapes,
one.
vapes, almost all vapes have like a hard to get battery.
That's the hidden battery that I'm
Yeah,
talking about,
right,
is a
right.
lot of things have these hidden batteries that you
Yeah.
just forget, oh, there's actually a battery in that.
And they're all li ions too.
Yeah.
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 You know, you throw out your earbuds or your whatever, like, there's 3 batteries in that whole thing at least, you know? So you can't do that. And the other one's propane tanks. I don't think we have an issue with that.
No,
Well,
we're
little
little
ones,
propane
people-
tanks.
I mean, sometimes people throw in
But
a
if
little.
you have like a jet boil or something, I don't
Yeah,
know
that's
if
what I'm
people
talking
know.
about.
Oh, they don't take those? Okay.
No, even the ones that you use to refill butane count is the same deal.
Right, so only the ones for your grills?
No,
So-
yeah,
Like
no,
the
it's
blue
a,
Rhino, the big
Yeah,
blue Rhino.
yeah.
I don't know if they take the Coleman stove size.
I think they do as well.
Yeah.
But any of that, I mean, like if you have a lighter, you put that in the trash. So these are things I want to look up and add in there,
Yeah.
because these are
Well, then we
Kind
have
of
to give
these-
them an alternate place to put it, or Play with
hidden,
it.
hidden propane, hidden
Mm.
batteries, because it causes fires. I mean,
Yeah.
you see this, I was watching some videos of these places and it's awful.
oh, yeah.
They're unquenchable fires, basically.
I was gonna say trash
Yeah.
fires are really hard to put out
Yeah.
too.
They were just coming into play as I was leaving the fire service here, but even then, you know, people people said they're like almost like a magnesium fire. They're really dreadful.
Yeah. Yeah, so that'll be the March
Take it
newsletter, and
Right,
hopefully,
yeah.
hopefully that'll help people think about that kind of thing. I said new member packet review, but I think we've already covered that plenty of times.
Could-
So that one's off the agenda.
Could I ask a question that's kind of related but not exactly on topic? What is the law about throwing textiles away in Massachusetts?
You can't.
Not allowed.
You can't.
You're supposed to put them in
In that,
the two sets of bins that are right opposite the scale for the trucks.
that looked like they were right across.
Yeah, when you're on your way out of the transfer station, when you see the building on the left, on the right, there are two containers. And I believe we even get paid some amount of cents per pound for it. But all fabric and materials is supposed to go in there.
Like the
Okay.
November newsletter that we put out
Right.
is in there. It says, I think it said how much we get from Bay State Textile. We don't get money from Red Cross, but Bay State pays us. You know, that you can't put in cloths that are soaked in oil, or, I mean, you just have, I don't even.
It's
know
got to
how-
be neutral fabric.
Yeah, I don't know how you throw that. You won't put it in the incinerator either, so I don't know what you do with it, unfortunately.
Why wouldn't you put it in an incinerator?
I don't know. I think it's okay for the gasoline rag to go in the incinerator.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we'll-
Safe.
If it's around like
Saying I didn't-
3,000 degrees, so it's like not even like it's
I didn't
soaking
put that
gasoline.
paint, you know, well, because I was thinking of things that go in hazardous waste like that, like different kinds of paint and stuff, like where you put that paint rag in the trash, even though it's.
Who spawned the hazardous waste drop-offs? It are so popular when they have them. You know,
Yeah,
initially Orleans
because-
had them, and they ran out of spaces. And the last time we had one, and it was pushed back by the administration buildings, and it was huge. Who sponsors it? Because we could probably do with two of those
Yes.
events a year.
They does them.
Well,
They-
so
I
we
used to
kind
do
of
it.
have, two Orleans and Eastham work together.
Oh,
So,
yeah,
so you
offset.
can go to the Orleans Hazardous Waste Day. with
No,
your
no, but
Eastham
I
sticker.
went one time and they were so busy, they said, we don't have
Well, so we
room
haven't-
for you.
Well, so there's two, and that there's an Orleans and an Eastham each year. One's in May and one's in
No,
October.
no, but I'm
But
saying,
you're saying
the
you go up
need
to
is
4.
so
We
great,
go up to
yes,
4.
yes, because every time I've seen an event, it's jammed. It's totally jammed, which means if all these people are trying to do the right thing,
Yeah, everybody's pent
we
up
should
for 3
encourage
years
them.
to get rid of their stuff, and then they do it all at once, so that, yeah, they fill up fast. I used to get rid of hazardous waste for a living. It's very lucrative.
Yeah, because I have small things in my basement, broken thermometers and stuff that I want to put in the right place. And, you know, I miss one of them and then it's sitting in my basement for another year.
I mean, I'm a chemist. I just disable it.
Anyway,
I've got Christmas gift bags sitting in my
We'll call
basement
you.
for a year. so
Yeah, I
I'll
could
bring
do it.
them to the swap.
I used to do it for a
next
living.
November.
I'll remind you.
Just dig out pits of
Oh,
chemicals.
there, it says stuff, Christmas stuff for swap shop on the bin.
We have an official policy right now. All that stuff goes right in the trash.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not bringing. it.
Yes, please don't.
I'll wait until next November. All right, so we can bring that up with Kim, if we can increase the hazardous waste collection.
There is certainly the desire to do two
Yeah.
a year in each
In each town.
I mean, literally, and the parking, it's just like the line starts out on the main road.
Really?
Seriously, yeah.
Okay.
And I don't recall the last one I went. I've only been to like 2 in the last 3 years, but they're jammed, just totally jammed.
I guess the other piece of communications, which I just found out recently, well, I mean, I knew it was coming, but just had the request recently, was our annual report for the committee to go into the annual town report. I took all our agendas and minutes from 2025 and said, hey, and took the one from the last 2 years, I think, and said, hey, ChatGPT, please.
Are you still using ChatGPT?
Yes, I'm still using.
Move on to Gemini. It's better.
But this ChatGPT has all of my recycling stuff, and it can.
I know. I just
uses
couldn't
it.
stand it
So,
anymore. It's
anyway,
gotten so.
So this is the first draft. I will send it out in an email. I don't know how many I brought with me to pass around. Kendra wants it by February 20th. So I think we'll have time to look at it at the next.
Let's say if you want to just email it to me too.
Yeah,
I think I
yeah.
just the previous chair, like help.
Yeah,
Felt like
absolutely.
obligated.
So, yeah, but I wrote it this afternoon.
No
so-
worries, I'm not offended at
So
all.
I didn't send it out.
I did the exact same thing you did.
Didn't send it out to anyone. Send email to, I'll send it out to everybody, even though Amy says I'm not supposed to send email to documents to the committee without posting them at the town. It's too much work.
Amy said that?
But aren't you supposed to wait until they're approved to post them to the town?
Right.
So you can't do both at the same time, can you?
But if you're gonna have papers that you hand out at a meeting, it's called a packet, and you're supposed to have the packet set up on the website.
So anybody can review it that,
Anybody can review it and come to the meeting, but I wrote it this afternoon and didn't have time, so I'll send that out to everybody anyway.
oh, seriously.
I'll send that out to everybody, and if you have comments about things that got missed or things that aren't right, or how ChatGPT writes, just let me know.
You know, it's always a thing. Forgiveness rather than permission. Just do it.
I know,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
tell me that all the time, thank you. Kind of did talk about volunteer recruiting with the sign, where to post it, and,
I could put one in the
Yeah,
East
for
Ham
sure.
post office, because I'm there
Yeah.
Tuesday and
Okay.
Saturday,
Mhm.
or next to it rather, I'm at the blacksmith shop. And then I
Yeah,
can
well, I
put
go
one
to
up
the-
in the Wiley.
I go to the post office.
Oh,
I've got
yeah,
two
that's
PO
easy.
box- I've got 2 PO boxes there, so
Gotcha.
I'll do that, that's fine. I think the superette might have a board.
They do.
They do.
It is a bit more free for all, but I'm pretty sure if you put something up, it'll stay up for at least a little while.
Maybe in the summer at the visitor center. So that leaves us with, well, let's skip to new business. Is there anything else we want to talk about before this? Jim, do you have anything?
No, I don't. I had my one question, which I've now got an answer to.
All right, perfect. Thanks, Jim. So the 2 things I have kind of are combined. One is this possible survey, and one is the kind of possible initiatives and goals for next year. Now, it's a really long list. It is not intended that we tackle all of these goals. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at it. I sent it out last month. You have the goals list. Potential goals list. So if we want to discuss any of these, I don't, I think we could probably pick 2, maybe 3, one kind of nearer term, one kind of really long term, and one in between. And the nearer term one that I would like to start with is a survey. And I wish Kim were here, because I'd love to see this go out in some form with the sticker.
With the
renewals.
sticker, yeah.
I'd also like to maybe see if we could get Kayla to send out this blast to the town, that we have the survey ready by then for her to blast to the town as
Right.
well. So this is the survey I came up with. It's 11 questions, which is a little long, but I think it's fairly easy. So I think for me, on that list of initiatives to do, I think this is my really near-term one that I would like to do and get this ready. So those envelopes are gonna go out really soon.
Right.
If we're gonna send this out, we have to vote on it next month, and then we have to figure out how to request to the town to include it in the envelope for sticker renewals. And so I'm not sure what information we want to collect. Do we want it to be anonymous with a choice of putting your name on it? Are the questions interesting, good? Sorry.
You want to email it to me? I'll
Yeah.
have a quick look. And
You can have this one. I already read it. I have one in my email.
Okay. And
I just
I
don't print my
really,
emails so that I don't use paper.
no. And I don't print a lot of copies for everybody because I create too much copies of things. Jim, have you seen the survey? I think I sent it out in email last.
Yeah,
month.
the end of over the New Year's, I guess I saw it. Yes,
New Year's, right.
I'm just pulling up my
So
copy
if
of
you
it
can have a
now.
look, if you can have a look at that and send me any feedback on questions I missed asking, wording that's complicated, potential answers I missed. Because I'm sure there's something, I'm sure this is not, I'm sure first draft is not final draft. So I'm probably gonna be sending emails to people multiple times in the coming months so that we can really try to have hopefully a final to vote on at the next meeting.
Okay.
If there's anything now that stands out that you have questions on.
I'm not seeing it quickly, but something about the fabric recycling or non-recycled fabric disposal. I think that's confusing for a lot of people because it's so typical, you know, you finish that puzzle, you throw it in the trash. And
Would that go on, I don't know if I had improved
Yeah.
improved signage?
Or following topics you'd like more information about.
Okay,
Because I'm thinking that the bins that are by the way station, they say clothing and shoes, I think, on them.
Right.
And I'm somebody who just finished with a whole bunch of quilts.
And you're going, should this go in or
Do
it
they
should
go
go
in, do I
in?
not go in, where are they gonna go, what do I do?
All-
So the
all
back,
fabric.
it's going
Yes.
through. But maybe we can change, I don't know, that we don't own those bins, but can we add something there that says,
I think on one of them it does say linens, but it might not be clear. I mean, if
She's
you're,
right, it's not clear.
yeah, if you're asking the question, it's not.
Mm.
Either of them, they both say shoes and clothing. And
I know the Bay
quilters.
State Textile one has a lot of writing on it. And I don't know if the stickers are intact.
Yeah, but I think it's not immediately clear.
It's not
that-
clear,
that
it's not-
Just
it's
general
there.
fabric and stuff in that.
When I picture it, I can't even picture what it says, so it probably means it doesn't say much.
Yeah,
I'm good at picturing things like that.
yeah.
Would we want to perhaps add a question about, would you like to see more hazardous waste disposal meetings?
Events.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Ask
Yeah.
people if they, because I mean, it is very busy, but maybe it's just happens to
Maybe
be 10% more than we have, and we just instead make it a little bit bigger instead.
Maybe a preceding question, are you aware of the fact that such things exist, first of all?
Completely worn off.
Yeah.
And then the second question is, if you know they exist, would you like to see more of them?
Completely worn off. You can't
Yeah,
read it
yeah.
unless you're really trying.
Does East End have a yard sale day?
Not that I'm aware of.
They should. Another way you could increase recycling is check to see if people are interested in having like a yard sale day, where basically a massive swap shop day in town
What, you mean where people bring stuff to a central location?
location and just yard sale it.
But a yard sale or a swap or what is it?
It's more or less like a flea market. I
Okay.
grew up near one when I was a kid, the Pennsylvania Dutch one, so nobody spoke English. But basically, people would bring stuff from their farms or their houses that they made or they whatever. You know,
Right.
you could get butter there. You could get milk there that was from a cow. That was,
Right.
you know, technically raw milk's illegal to sell, but
Right.
no one's stopping anyone in the Pennsylvania Dutch community. Yeah. If
Okay.
you don't speak English, no one's going to question it.
Keep all those ideas coming and yeah, those are great. Thank you.
I just meant for not to actually do it, just to ask the question, because I don't even know if people.
Oh, I know, no, I know, I'm adding it to the.
I
list.
just want to push a yard sale and no one else is interested.
Yeah, but that's a good question to ask.
Yeah, yeah.
Would people be interested in this?
I know it's come up before, and the answer that I received is that the population might be too low to have it, but no one ever really gave a definitive answer, so I figured, man, we're asking
If
people.
we put it on
Yeah.
the survey, then
People may tell us.
we'll see what
Right.
kind of feedback we get back.
and if it starts with, 25 tables, and next year there won't be enough room. Otherwise it'll be so successful. I think it's a great idea. In Western Mass, where I came from, one of the towns has a tag sale day. The traffic is unbelievable because it's the whole town. There's tag sales everywhere down every side street,
Huh.
but it's immensely successful.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm suggesting to do here, but
But would that be just a bunch of tag sales in people's properties or one location?
It,
I think
Either
the one
way,
Because it could flow either way. I
either
mean,
way, yeah.
because town deals, you're doing a garage sale, you're supposed to register with the
Right.
town and stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking we do like possibly the windmill as a location
Yeah,
or
or
another,
tea time.
or tea time as a location, or even both, if there's different people that live in different areas, but they both want to participate.
that
Right.
makes more sense for a town this size.
Well, I mean, I would hit both up because like I've been buying a lot of equipment, and rather than go off Cape and order it online or order it in China, I've been basically just networking to find it. And a lot of people have stuff they don't want to throw away because they know it has value. they just don't know what to do with it. I've been trying to track down ham radio equipment, and it's been extremely easy when you know the right people because they just have it in the
Right.
closet.
My husband's the secretary of the Brewster, of the club that meets in Brewster.
Oh, really?
Radio club.
I was trying to join one in Eastham, but there isn't one.
No, my husband goes to Brewster.
Oh, it's so far out of a car.
Well, he can take,
That's true.
I have my license too,
Yeah.
but I don't want to go to a ham radio club meeting.
I'm just saying, like, trying to find weird niche things, like, oh, yard sale would present that opportunity to those people, and that's how those items kind of get upcycled to others
But
in
they-
some ways.
Yep.
Yeah,
The whole upcycling thing is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, what can people do with textiles other than put them in those
Right.
bins?
right.
I deconstruct
Find other
every
filters.
blanket and quilt, and that's what I use so I don't charge people for filling it.
I'm volunteering at the Eastham blacksmith shop, and we've kind of sort of been slowly doing more repair work for people bringing in old tools that they don't know what to do, how to fix them.
Oh,
So is that on the survey?
No.
Repair?
Oh, the
Repair-
repair, not replace
workshop.
movement, yeah.
Well, I mean, like one of those, we've talked about these repair.
Yeah, we repair fairs.
We had there was a fun name for it.
Repair fairs not fun enough?
I don't know, I think that's pretty good.
With the tech school, that was the idea, I think, originally.
Yeah, or with get the makers too.
Yeah, I figured they all went to the tech school.
Yeah, my husband also just.
Oh, cool.
All right, so keep thinking about it when you're, wake up in the middle of the night, write the idea down so you don't forget it, and we'll try to see if we can convince the powers that be that it's worth the extra sheet of paper so yeah, and that's the thing is that's 2 sheets of paper. Do we make the font smaller? Our population is
Is aging, so don't push it too much.
No,
I don't wanna, so I don't really wanna.
Dealing with a population that
I know, or do we,
wanting things bigger.
I know.
Yeah,
I guess we
in
could put on-
television, would do Helvetica like 8, but that's kind of skirting the
Yeah,
law.
yeah, some of them. So I don't know, any ideas on that? I might talk to Climate Action, because they had that successful survey a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it's up to Tom.
I think John is also really involved. All right, so that was my initiative vote was this. So for the others, are there any on that list that jump out at you?
Well, maybe just to narrow the list, we did try to do 4
I
already.
don't have it.
We kind of went down that path, and we went through the whole trying to put a bill together. And to be honest, the way that the bill was put together is
Can you
kind
tell
of.
us what 4 is? Because I'm not.
Oh, sorry, reduce single-use
Single-use.
plastics and problematic packaging. We tried a couple methods when I joined the committee that we were in the process of, and it was just like to be honest, it's just like we're in a place that's not really as replete with supplies as other places. So a lot of times we're depending on who's available to send the supplies to the restaurants. It was like basically a big, like the restaurants are like, we're doing everything that we can, we're doing no more. And so like, if we try to do this, I think it'll just meet the same resistance.
Well, we had talked about going the last inch and the cost it would present for business owners, and that was the Occam's razor of it.
I'm not against this, obviously.
No.
but
No,
it's
no,
like,
no,
it's
no.
just, I know we tried to do this, and rather than waste our time doing it again, which I found frustrating especially when everyone's kind of like, you got to understand there's only these suppliers for the Cape, and everyone's like, but can we just ask this? And like, they're like giant billion-dollar companies. You can't ask them anything.
And as we also pointed out, if one of these businesses runs out of utensils or something, they need it drop shipped by the next day.
Yeah.
So that does not work with
Some of the supply chain. Plus, with the way things
Yeah.
are going, it's tougher to get even stuff like that if it's not from the U.S. I mean, it's going to have additional costs that we're not
Right.
asking them to bear.
Right.
So, rather than like try to bark up that tree again, I think maybe we just put it on a shelf for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe if there ever comes maybe we issue a statement that we support this, and that way it goes to the state. Because I know that that's something that a lot of the towns have done. They've sent stuff to the state saying, "Hey, we want the state to handle this because we can't.
Right,
We don't have
right,
the authority or the purview."
right.
And then, so there's no small ones no small pieces that we think we might wanna tackle?
I mean, I would,
Like the, like the nip bottles, the
nip
water
bottles, I'd say, be the one that would
bottles,
probably be easiest.
or things that aren't like a law, but some of the just fun initiatives, like if you're gonna get coffee, please, here's East Ham coffee, reusable coffee cups that we would love for you to use, or
Mhm.
have the stack of utensils from the swap shop available at the festival for people when they're getting some food, to just have a utensil without,
Mhm.
or straws. I don't know, I think we already banned straws, haven't we? Plastic straws.
Certain things we did already get, yeah.
But I think that's all gonna be, I'm with Andrew, let's table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I cannot remember from that, thing that we had at the library.
Right,
Oh, with the restaurants?
yeah.
Yeah.
Did we talk specifically about encouraging them to at least use light colored plastic takeaway boxes?
That never came up.
Because
The
they
dark
did show the
ones-
takeaways they were using, so they were using a combo takeaway. It was a paper bottom, plastic top, and the plastic top was clear, which was like a big, like it has to be clear so you can see the product.
Right,
So
which
they
was
did
key to
sort of, in a
grabbing.
way, move away from dark plastics.
Yeah.
So yes, in a way they did, but we didn't specifically
yeah.
address it.
I don't know particular restaurant, I don't know what.
It was Sam's Deli.
Yeah.
The Superette was supposed to show up, but they didn't show up.
Arnold showed up,
Arnold showed
Sam's
up.
Deli, and
But what I'm saying is all the restaurants in town, I know what Three Fools uses, because
Yeah.
that's my go-to takeout place.
Right,
So I know that if I get a salad, I'm gonna end up with a black plastic bottom for
right,
it.
right.
So but it would be interesting to know what the different restaurants are currently
And whether there's a huge cost difference.
using.
Right.
So, let's, like Andrew said, let's table number 4. But maybe if you go
Well,
out,
we can ask about
if
the
you go
black
out,
plastic.
to eat, just
Yeah.
take note of what the takeaway or the doggy bag situation might be, just to start
Right.
gathering some information, not to throw back in their faces, but just to understand,
Right.
not to tell them they're
The
doing
thing
the.
is because that stuff ends up in the solid waste
I know.
dump too.
And I thought black plastic was only because the machine couldn't read it, but then I've also been reading that there's actually bad stuff in the black
There's
plastic.
carbon black is typically used to make black plastic, which makes it hard to recycle for other uses. And it's really more about that there's no consistent method of making black plastic. If you look, though, a lot of times you have a resin stuff and it will be recyclable, but a lot of places just don't deal with it because sorting it is tough.
Yeah.
You gotta look at it. And the only way to test it is with a machine called a near IR. And it's basically just this long gooseneck you stick on on it and it scans it
Mhm.
and then tells you what it is. It's just a longer process, which is slower. It has to be clean to do it. It's a whole thing. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why they just say don't worry about it, because
Yeah.
you can do that easily with other plastics because you can use color detectors, but you can't do it with black. Yeah.
So what any of these initiatives jump out at you? Like, yes, we should.
I
do that.
like-
No, we.
I like 3 a lot. I would love to get aboard that.
I think we can see. Well, we already are doing that.
Well,
Yeah, I agree.
No, but we've
here's
been
the-
talking about scaling this stuff for a
I
while.
was thinking.
Compost.
Sorry, I didn't print out.
Oh,
a
So expanding compost and food waste diversion.
Ah.
Since we are,
Thank you.
and to a degree, we are doing it. And there is a system coming into play
Right.
with
I have.
that Barnstable's doing.
Oh, I know that. I know they're doing it
Maybe
together. I would
part of
just
this-
like to jump on
I
it
know,
as
but as
well.
part of this initiative, why don't we start teaming up with them to already start promoting that that's going to be happening as part of this initiative?
So
Right.
so three you thinking of as a kind of a long-term one?
Yes, it's
We ramp up with their project.
yeah. We also just sort of say like now this is happening, or once it happens, we integrate people to let them know it's happening.
Yeah.
We also should try to keep us informed of the status of it, because right now, like, people are going to ask us questions we don't have any answers to. Like, can you get compost? Because the number one complaint of all the other systems, and I worry about it now. I've expressed this, and I've actually been trying to meet with her about discussing it further. Is that if people can't get the compost for free because they feel like they're owed it for free, they aren't gonna, it's not gonna be an
It's not
endorsement,
gonna
and
fly.
that's why I'm concerned that they wanna make it into a profit thing that they're gonna sell to a company, but that's a different story for a different time.
That's a whole other model, and that, yeah, it
Exactly.
really undermines it.
So I do know that that's kind of the public perception from what we collect the data. But so maybe we try to continue this, but then we sort of massage and collect that information to let them know, hey, here's what people are expecting. And then maybe we help them shape it into that. I don't think it can't be that. I think the current method they're doing is based on some consultant who's saying, you're building a business to sell. And as someone who used to build businesses specifically to sell them, that's not a great way to go about it. You lack a lot of practical applications that you should do. I think also there's more that could be done in that space, which then that makes it more of a value proposition. So as part of this, we sort of just fold ourselves into them and just say like, hey, we're helping you while you're helping us with a true ways and
Well-
make that our long-term background plan.
But the thing that we're missing just on the food composting is that entire pile of useless stuff at the back of the transfer station.
Correct.
All
Now,
the
the question is-
agricultural stuff,
So we have yard-based compost at
and,
the transfer station, but
you
you
know,
can't
all the
use
tree
it because
guys
it's filled
have
with
places where
invasive.
they dump their stuff.
Not anymore. I know where the tree guys were dumping all this stuff.
Where
So
My friend Bob
it's
was
just
taking
there,
all
it's
that wood
there
to convert
just
to biochar.
Being there.
to
he was taking
decompose,
most of that.
not to be.
So where do they go now?
So
Don't know, they don't know yet either.
waste goes
Hasn't
to
happened yet,
a
'cause it's
company off
January.
Cape,
Yeah.
But yeah,
and
he was taking a lot of it.
We
In
don't
fact,
get
if anyone
compost back
know
from-
wants wood, I know where you can get tons of it. I have tons of it now.
So that's
I make
another,
a charcoal out of it.
I didn't live in the town that I was talking about the tag sale thing, but they also have a thing where you bring your food waste, and you can go get compost.
Yeah.
How they make it happen, I don't know. It's in South Hadley.
I missed the top of that, but the problem with yard waste is unless you heat it, you have invasives that follow all your nice fresh soil. Which means anything coming from the transfer station right now is suspect if you're gonna put it in your garden.
And we do have some people who verbally said they used it, and it was not good.
There's a house on Bridge that sold it this summer, and as they were trying to prep it for rental season, my wife, who used to be a landscape designer, looked at it and went, I know where they got their dirt.
Yeah, probably.
Because the entire lawn was just covered with invasive.
okay,
But I
so
think that that's a good long-term plan. It also kind of eventually will be off our plate in a way. It would just be
Maybe.
more educational.
maybe.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
other things that we could, you know, create, from there, create a more local version here.
Yeah.
Of it, of whatever they have a plan to put a compost area at Joint Base Cape Cod, which is down, I don't know what the actual address is.
Yeah, it's 45 minutes from here.
It's on the Cape.
As
It's that big piece of land that means if you go to Falmouth, you're screwed.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have to go all the way around.
and so they're gonna doing this large compost project there.
They're gonna put in
Well, that should be a machine gun.
yeah, no spent, uranium
It's
or
not
any of those.
clear exactly what the process is, or the town will haul our food compost collected at the transfer station there.
But they're talking about a digester to expedite all this and make the throughput go
And then
faster.
At the current one, I didn't hear that.
I thought that was, no. The Joint Base, weren't they?
No, I heard they weren't doing. They were doing old school, just flipping.
Oh, I wasn't at that meeting. I heard exactly the opposite. Am I nuts? It must be.
What's the town that has the investor? Is that Yarmouth?
That's the digester.
I know. I thought it was Yarmouth that had it, but
Yeah.
I'm not 100% on this one.
Oh,
No, my understanding is they are not doing any digesting, which is why I want to have her talk to Bob because he's the one that doesn't use the digester.
oh, yeah, I thought
I
that was the whole
suggested they
point
get
that
a
the
digester.
towns got together and did that joint project.
No, they said that maybe, but there's no plans to get a
But
digester.
without that, it's
The
too.
consultant report's just doing it manually. Did you not look at she sent an email her, she'll send you the whole report the consultants put together. It's
Yeah.
literally just,
Not-
I mean, with machinery, but it's
Yeah,
essentially
but-
just old school flipping.
Yeah, but everything's still intact in there, son. No good. Sorry, we're
Yeah, I mean, it'll be a hot compost, but it won't be,
not hot enough. No,
no, it'll be hot enough if you do it right. But again, that's involves somebody doing it.
yeah.
But I think that 3 is a good long-term plan.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think that number 5 is also a good plan that we should probably focus on. I think that area could be
Yeah.
signaged.
like.
Yeah, but remember,
like-
until the water treatment plant goes in, I mean, I don't think those are
Just
going to
signs
change.
But
Yeah,
even
just signs.
like the signs that are on the recycling dumpsters and the textile thing,
Yeah, yeah.
like some of this, it doesn't matter where they are,
Right,
they need to be better.
yeah,
The
no,
glass,
I
the
agree.
glass one is not clear,
Correct.
the cardboard one says no tape when tape is allowed.
Right,
I think that we could have much more informative
or just update all the
Agreed.
signs.
signs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that could be, that takes
that could be
money,
done.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I think you could get like some grants for, grants might be hard to come by these days, but you might be able to get some grants for signage.
I think Kim said there might be money available. I don't remember whether it's grants or budget that they had. Anything else? Interesting.
Well, I think part of 7 could be part of 4 as well, or sorry, part of 3 as well, like, so it'd be expanding composting and leverage regional and statewide partnerships as part of that. Since we're gonna be part of that Barnstable, whatever it is.
And, okay, so, and the survey is a good one to reach the community. I mean, so we've got these projects that are for the kind of the good of us. Where's the side where we're reaching out to the community? Like, we've got the survey. Do we need more outreach, whether it's a talk at the schools, a talk at COA, a thing at the library? Is there any need for this? Does that help us expand the word of what already exists and how to use what exists already? Or
What if we just instead did open office hours like they did at the library, where somebody from the committee is there to be asked questions if someone does have questions? That we don't have to do like a whole talk and prep, but like someone could just have questions that and have some semblance
So,
of what the idea of
we
answers.
talked
is.
about having something like that at the transfer station itself. Would you think of it that way, or would you
Yeah.
think of it actually somewhere else where someone who doesn't have a sticker comes in?
I mean, I wouldn't want to limit it
Yeah.
to only people with stickers. That's why I said library
Yeah.
or any other community place where you can get people. I would just say it doesn't have to be the same person at all those. You
No.
could do it at this place. I could do it at that place. And that way, there's a bunch of
The farmer's market.
yeah. That way, there's
Oh,
just
right,
a
yeah,
bunch of
absolutely.
places people can come and ask.
That's what we
questions.
do at Windmill Weekend.
Yes, exactly. But the Windmill Weekend's our most popular event. If we can wrap anything around that,
Yeah.
that's where we get the most engagement directly because we get to walk. People are walking by and we get to talk to them. So I feel like if we replicate that sort of environment where we can actually just directly engage, it's
And so that
easier.
brings back the other question is, we have a shortage of volunteers, right? So me being at the farmer's market last summer was a lot.
Yeah.
Trying to balance that and work and everything else. It turned into a lot more. I enjoyed it, but
Mhm.
we need some kind of extra volunteer.
Yeah.
To make office hours.
Yeah, no, for sure. Or
Or
just
we do
like
it
have
once
like
a
very,
quarter,
yeah, I
once
was
a
saying just have
quarter.
very specific events where we announce it more like openly, where we're like, hey, we're gonna be here at this time for questions.
How about a table at the library during Turnip Fest?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
it's not a separate event.
Yeah.
Really.
It's just there to be.
Hands on the arts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the next populated event after Windmill Weekend.
If we had
Okay.
something written up, which you might have, and I don't know about it, that's clearly gives all the information, you could probably get a volunteer who will say, I'll do this one thing. People aren't gonna commit to being on a weekly committee, or, doing something every month.
Right.
But if they're asked to do something twice a year for 2 hours
Yeah.
and they have the information, I think you'd get
Yeah.
some response.
Yeah. So, I mean, right now, my call for volunteers probably just goes to committee. I could actually, if we can get the additional people on our email list, then
Yeah.
it would be easier. Yeah, all right. Yeah, so, well, and the other ones I was thinking about was like the Halloween event on the green and some other events like that, the rec
I
department.
mean, just
would-
tag on any event that
Yeah.
has this number of people.
So maybe that might be, I don't know if that's one of the items on the initiative list or not. Let's see.
What are the,
Well, I mean, sort of it is kind of part of all it's out public outreach, community participation and waste
Where's that?
management.
num-
Number one.
Number one, yeah.
Jim, do you have any ideas on things on the list that,
Other than the thought I had, no, I don't.
okay, thank you.
when, I'm just wondering, if I've got that list in my head, please, of the ways that we distribute the monthly newsletter.
It's emailed to the people on the list that we have. It's put on the town website. I haven't checked to make sure the December one. Kim has access to that, so Kim can make that happen. And then I put it on our unofficial Facebook page and put that, and then share that with, I think, 2 or 3 of the Eastham Facebook pages,
Okay.
which is not enough. I have a take one box that I want to put up next to that sign, the recycling center,
Mhm.
and put the newsletters in there. I handed them out. We had the Climate Action Committee came and spoke at the chapel a couple weeks ago, and I put out old copies of the newsletters, and they were gone. I don't know, people love to take stuff. I don't know. They were gone. And people were actually reading them, standing there going, oh, I didn't know this, and I didn't know that. So I really am like so frustrated. I can't,
Have better distribution.
yeah.
Yeah.
What if we took all the newsletters for the year and just distributed it as a packet some places too, just so that people had ability to get at it? Granted, it is like Shoe Sole Network, but like it.
That would be a good idea, especially for renters.
Yeah.
The Elks bingo night, there's this shelf when you go into the Elks bar, and there's always handouts and stuff.
There's also a shelf right out here when we leave, and there's one of our competitor groups
I
always
bet
puts
more
something.
people go to the Elks than come to.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
I agree.
a
But I
lot.
take that. I take them. I shouldn't say that, but I take them every time I go by.
And
Thank you.
so if there's a pile of
Elks is not-
stuff, it can be old, whatever.
I forget about the Elks. I was just there not that long
I'm
ago.
over there from my house if you want to give me the tile.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not that far from
I
my
mean,
house,
it's not
either,
even
but
special. It's just a place.
So any places like that that have a shelf.
Yeah, they have meat
Stuff.
raffles.
Yeah, you have to be a member
Meat
though.
raffles.
I was there for. I was there
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
cow there.
I go all the time, you don't have to be a
Yeah.
member.
And
Cow. You get a cow. You win a half cow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a raffle and you can win beef.
Well, 2 people win, so you
Something.
win a whole cow between the 2 of you.
I don't know if we
Anyway.
want to vote on these, if we kind of have a consensus of kind of the focus for the next year.
Yeah.
If you have other comments, email me and we can let ChatGPT. I've gotten lazy.
I still use
I
that.
didn't know. Don't want to farm.
yeah,
If we're at the top of the hour, unless there's anything more, and I don't think, I mean, I don't think I don't think we want to vote on it and say this is.
No, I don't.
Because I think we really need to be free that if something else comes along, just switch gears. So,
Absolutely.
but I think we've had an interesting discussion about things that might be able to happen.
What if we think about this less as a goals and more of a checklist of things that we just work towards generally, and
Sure.
the ones some are at the top, and sometimes they're not.
Yeah, but I wanted to have this discussion.
I agree, yeah, I
that
agree.
People kind of think about how we would prioritize and how far out, like the compost one is a much longer term and leaving single-use plastic kind of for the future, because right now we're not gonna, we're not gonna move far.
It
Jim?
occurs to me, maybe one thing we could do is ask the recipients, especially for the part-time residents, of course, in your hometown, are there things that you do that we don't do here in Eastham? Because there may be some brilliant ideas floating around out there that
Right,
Yeah.
right?
they get good compost from.
Yeah,
No.
so on the
Sorry.
survey,
Well, I'm
On the
just,
survey-
we heard
Oh.
over and over again.
I know,
and so for
yeah.
the
Do you
survey,
get some of that?
so for the survey, we could also, even if it's people, we could include it in the series, but if we have one online, then we could have the different groups, like part-time residents, send out a link in some newsletter or something somehow to the
Somebody have a
survey.
great idea from elsewhere that they think we could
Well,
incorporate.
to the
Yeah.
survey, we could distribute the survey
Yeah.
much more widely than just the sticker envelopes.
Good idea.
Maybe Climate Action already has done something like that and they have an idea.
we could do it too. I mean,
Yeah, I was saying maybe they have an idea on how to help me make that happen,
Send out via email.
like groups that they maybe sent it to, or. Yeah,
Are you sure?
that'd be
I
great.
just memorize it.
Yeah, because this summer, right, Jim, at the farmer's market. People came from all over and they said, in our town, we do this and in our town, we do that. And it was interesting to learn about the different things that they do. And Windmill Weekend, the same, that people say here.
Yeah, that's true. We did get a lot of people telling what they did in their towns. That was, again, that was part of the good interaction I felt we always had on Windmill Weekend.
Mhm.
It's good to always learn what they're doing.
All right, well, does someone want to make a motion unless there's something
yeah.
else?
Motion to end.
Second.
All in
Second.
favor?
In favor.
Motion.
Oh, sorry, that's you. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Motion
Old
done.
habits.
That's fine. Thank you, Jim.
You're welcome. See you next month.
All right,
Good to see you, Jim.
Yeah. Always on
Where do I
Tuesday.
show this? Here.
yeah. 12 PM. Okay. I think there's one that's different. Get one. Oh, elections or something.